departure of the Ram TRX, the new 25 Akins Ram RHO is the new replacement. And in this video, you're gonna find out, is it worthy of competing with the standard Ford Raptor? Let's go find out. So weird being in a TRX is now the RHO and it doesn't have that glorious V8 supercharged sound. Ram does not force sound in the vehicle like Ford Raptor does. So this is truly my first drive in the RHO. Initial thoughts and impressions, I love the full digital cluster, very easy to read and sporty. Steering wheel feels good. The hips right here do poke out where the stitching is a little bit more, so I don't quite like that. Steering wheel feels like it's made well, build quality wise. Door panels, I love the detail of the stitching. Have some suede right here, fit and finish, suede, leather wrapped on the side for grip comfort. Big center console, love the shifter being here, nice ample space and storage, wireless charging. Big 14.5 inch touchscreen, dual climate control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitor. Enough of me blabbing, let's go. So far on the RHO, I definitely can tell the nearly 200 pounds in weight savings of having this inline six versus the big V8. So off the rip, we're under 7,000 pounds in this vehicle and it feels sporty already. The regular Ford Raptor feels more like a 5-tool player. It's more balanced out, whereas the TRX always seemed kind of front side heavy and just a little bit bigger and bulkier overall. Okay. Jack, that put you back a little bit, didn't it?
A little bit.
3,500 RPM range. You can tell it's got more power than the Ford Raptor. Not a lot, but you definitely can tell. Still uncertain if this builds up boost faster than the Raptor or not. I don't think it does. As far as seating goes, the Raptor R and 37 package Recaros are definitely more supportive and bolsterous and just comfortable overall. The Recaros and the Raptor are the most comfortable seat I've sat in, but these are no slouch. These are more comparable to the standard 35 Raptor that we're about to drive. I think the regular Raptor still has a little bit more bolsterous side pieces right here, but I like the mix of the leather perforations and suede also. What do you think about the new Wild Willie swag, y'all? We got 3 different colors in these jerseys. Mild to white on the back, nice stitching. Had to go red. It's always red on Friday, so we're rocking the red Wild Willie action. Something as small as how the blinker feels. The blinker on Ford products are my favorite. On the Chevy Z06 and Fox Factory Silverado, I feel like their blinkers are pretty puny. They feel too plasticky, and this one does too. So that's kind of weird, but like I'm that detailed guy. The blinkers are kind of bothering me a little bit on this. And then the blinker sound, it's not bad, it's okay. We do have paddle shifters, let's try that out. We're gonna go over to sport mode and we have a ZF 8-speed transmission. I like the 8-speed, I love the 10 also. Let's see how it does with the paddle shifting. All right, we're on first gear, paddle shift 2. Hit the rev limiter and didn't let me shift. But that right there, so there was no turbo lag right there. That felt good. That felt good right there. That pulled. These two trucks come down to what is your personal taste and preference. They're very similar. I can't say, oh, one's so much better than the other. They're both built to compete in the same segment and have so similar capabilities overall. So I guess now it's Chevy's turn to come out with a twin turbo 6 option to be a competitor with these two. All right, we're in 4th at 46. Let's downshift, 3rd, roll. Downshift to 2nd, 20 miles an hour. I can definitely tell the sound is not there as much. It's not pumping engine noise in, so not near as prevalent, and it's really not loud in here, is it? The screen being vertical versus more elongated horizontal, not mad about this one at all. Very responsive and intuitive. I just prefer more the elongated for map viewing. My mom's Ford Explorer has the same style. I just like one that's more horizontal overall. On the inside of the regular Ford Raptor, center console is not as detailed as the Ram. It still doesn't feel quite as wide either, but I like a good leather wrap feel. This also has the workstation area that folds down. This flips back. You can eat or do your laptop action right here. Very useful for all of us great consumers. Layout wise, I told you, the horizontal screen better. I just feel more at home in the Ford Raptor. I feel more comfortable. These seats feel a little bit softer, a little bit more supportive. There's no part of the steering wheel digging into me right here. The leather feels a little bit softer here too. Material wise and feel, the top of the RHO was more plush and soft, double stitching. Door panel feels a little cheaper. I'm just trying to be non-biased in everything. The door panels on both kind of feel a little cheap, a little not solid as I would like, but dash panel cluster with the blue is very crisp as well. Again, that cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitor, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel. You can change the dampener, drive modes, exhaust mode as well. Let's go. In normal driving mode for a true comparison, just like we were in the RHO. I'm gonna drive this a little bit, but I know what this thing does. I'm gonna let Jack drive it. The biggest thing I wanna convey to you is either of these choices are better than a standard Ram 1500 or Ford F-150. Well, why is that, real deal? I don't go off-road all the time. I'm not a hardcore off-road enthusiast. If you're an everyday driver enthusiast, you're gonna love and appreciate either of these vehicles more, solely because of the two foundational powertrain components and suspension ride quality. Both of these trucks give you a better overall feel and experience from a daily driver's standpoint. I mean, the Raptor pulls now. Come on, don't get it twisted. This thing still, I was trying to pump myself up mentally for the RHO having more power. I don't know, boys. The next video phase has got to be, we're not doing it to a brand new vehicle, but the first person that owns an RHO, we need to line these up and do a drag strip comparison, because I don't know. Jack, what do you think? Jack needs to drive. Jack's about to drive this one. Jack's about to drive the Raptor right now. I know we know what's up, and we got a straggler in the back. Jack, show who we got in the back here. Brady stopped by along with Bandit. He just finished high school, so this is pretty cool. Time to document in history. Brady just finished high school, and he's hanging with us with the review. Just like the Ram, we're in manual mode. I'll do a little paddle shifting for a comparison. Let's go. Second. The Raptor just feels more sporty. That's the best thing I can say. It doesn't feel as big and bolsterous, even though it's similarly weighted. It just feels more sporty, and I love that feel. So after finishing the initial drive, before we do our official in-depth review, I had to bring Jack in here to give you a totally different perspective. Of course, I'm in the vehicles all the time. I'm gonna give you my opinion here in a moment, but Jack, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, first and foremost.
Yeah, my name's Jack Perry. I'm a creative services coordinator at the University of Georgia.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Yeah, basically I'm a videographer, photographer, just sort of anything involving media. And outside of that, I like to kind of get in a bunch of other stuff. Cars is definitely something that I love doing. That, music, just general photography. But when I had the opportunity to work with Neil, I didn't want to pass it up. So
fantastic. So just on a surface level, Jack, tell me and the viewers just what your opinion and thoughts are on those two vehicles today.
I had a great time driving both of them. From outside perspective, I think I would give the slight edge to the Raptor. Just my personal opinions on what I'm looking for in a truck. I really was surprised with the RHO. I liked how comfortable and the responsiveness of it. It's just the Raptor had that kind of quick, sporty get up to it that I really enjoyed. And then the sound on the Raptor was just that much better than the Ram.
It's always great to hear insights from people that aren't predictable. You know, I'm going to say Raptor or bust, this or that, but no, honestly, from my perspective too, the RHO impressed me more than I thought it was, honestly. And then the little things of, I felt maybe the turbos doesn't spool up as fast on the RHO, because from the get-go, I could tell that once it got up to speed, it was going and had tons of power, but that initial oomph that you're looking for at the red light was more prevalent on the Raptor, and it was just cool to compare the two because they are so closely balanced out overall. And then the sound, and then the small things of like the bolsters on the steering wheel was digging in me a little bit more. The steering wheel felt a little bit more comfortable. We can nitpick either way, all the minor details, but the ride quality, the power, the sound, and the responsiveness just seemed to be leaning towards the Raptor.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Let's check out a full walk-around review, side-by-side comparison. After driving both of these, this gained my respect instantly. The power is definitely there. We're talking about 540 horsepower out of an inline six twin turbo bad boy. Right next door in comparison, knowing that I'm a Ford guy and this is my baby, a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 pumping out 450 horsepower. So off the rip, the Ram RHO has the Ford Raptor beat by 90 off the get-go. And then talking about torque, 510 pound of torque versus 521. So the numbers do not lie. This has more horsepower and torque by a good deal, and it's definitely noticeable. Jack and I were super impressed driving both. The responsiveness of the RHO definitely is better than the Raptor. And you know that's tough for me to say. Stance and stature, the Ram RHO is 88 inches wide. In comparison, the Ford Raptor is 87. It seems like a trend that the Ram is just trying to dominate every category. The biggest beef I still have is don't take the TRX away from us. Keep the TRX to combat and compete with the Raptor R, and then you got these two studs right here battling out below. To notice some of the subtle changes of the outward appearance, you really have to put this next to a TRX to tell the difference, but the Ram logo has been raised slightly on the grille overall, and the grille changed to allow more airflow overall. I still love the bulge up here with the marker lights in the hood. That's next level. Functional heat extractor still there, and now it says Hurricane high output, which has got my respect, y'all. It really has, across all platforms from the Ram products. I still miss the V8 though. I still am a Hemi guy too. Like, just give us options. You take away options from us, that's not American. LED projector headlights have been enhanced slightly for greater visibility, and I love the signature daytime running light. LED fogs below as well, along with a nice beefy steel skid plate, because we are going to wheel this thing and see if we can destroy it, so you got to have some protection underneath. Love this setup, 325, 65, 18. Again, just trying to go one up from 17s to 18s here. But of course, in the off-road presence, having more sidewall gives you more off-road confidence. But again, if you're on-road driving these vehicles more often, I like to roll with a 20, even a 22 for improved handling and control and feel. It's all about what you're gonna do with it. If you're gonna be hardcore off-road, small wheel as possible. If you just wanna stunt, maybe go with a 20 or 22. 18 is kind of the sweet spot. On the Raptor, this is the standard Raptor, not the 37 package V6 twin turbo or the Raptor R. Both of those options come with 37s from the factory, but here, 315, 70, 17, BFG, KO2. Proven tire, historically giving you good results on road and off-road. So essentially we're on 35s between both. Now let's talk suspension. You know I'm a Fox guy, but I do love and appreciate all great suspension components. So here we have Bilstein Black Hawk E2 Active Terrain Dynamic. It is a active suspension system giving you 13 inches of suspension travel in the front and 14 in the rear. That's very similar to the Ford Raptor. Can you imagine that? When said vehicle has been the foundation for the off-road half-ton truck segment, copying it is not a bad idea. Because in life, if we're trying to elevate and go next level, what's the best way to do that? You look at who's leading and dominating the industry in that niche or market, and then you just duplicate that. It's not rocket science. The tried and true Fox live valve suspension on the Ford Raptor, totally iconic. This does not have dual live valve shock technology in the rear. That's on 37 package or Raptor R, but still an impressive shock that mitigates anything the road throws at you, on road or off road. I still believe in the Fox being a superior shock combo with position sensitive dampeners and different drive modes to get you just what you need. 25 Akins Ford Raptor rear. I love it. These tail lights so detailed. The signature running light there looking like a Ford F. Reverse light blinker. And of course, you know we love to custom paint our Raptors and hopefully soon the RHO, because we all know custom is greater than stock. But in the stock form, it definitely puts off that off-road inspired vibe. I love the dual exhaust out back too, and we do have exhaust mode, which is truly glorious. Power tailgate down and up. The contrast of the billet silver with some gloss black and matte black really looks amazing. It's not a true applique out back, but I love the big bold Ram letters. RHO on the side and 4x4. It's very well balanced out. Big dual exhaust out back to go along with it. Power down, but not power up. Taillights on the RHO are very similar to the TRX, but they did add some additional signature lighting in there, so they do look more detailed and better than the TRX, but to me, still not better than the Raptor. Let me show under the hood. Check it out under the hood of the Ford. Oh man, I reviewed this the other day. I guess I left this in here, y'all. You know we're reviewing Raptors here at Akins Ford and Wild Willys. We gotta bring out the Raptor swag. This just happens to be Mr. Vince Carter. That's how we do. Look at that glory. All right, real deal, what is your summary here? Well, of course, I lean right here still. It's hard to get me pulled away from the Ford Raptor being so totally epic, but it comes down to, if you're not brand loyal or have a preference, you may steer yourself this way, because in many aspects, this vehicle put a bigger smile on Jack and R's face in several key distinct areas. Moral of the story, for everything auto, especially Ram RHO or Ford Raptor, there's no question your first stop in your automobile search needs to be right here at Akins Ford and Wild Willys. We got the experience, knowledge, and resources to take care of you every single time. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. If you enjoyed these type video reviews, let me know in the comments below. Jack and I will bring them to you on the daily. Peace out.